Yo, in the garage series. It's November 1st, 2010. 2010. Damn, 2010. Wow. This is Star Trek days, Space 1999 days. Well, anyway, the big block closed chamber heads didn't sell on eBay. Guy in California was trying to get me to give them away for ridiculous $450, and wanted me to ship them, put them on a Greyhound bus. He's out of his fucking mind. So it was a plus for me though, because my buddy Sean, who had a set of Dart 215cc Iron Eagles, he had them machine shop for a ridiculously long time. He said it's not his fault. I ain't gonna say what machine shop he had them in, but they had them for a long time, and they were partially worked on. One head was ported on from the bare casting. If you haven't looked at my car domain page on my Bjork Regal set, talked about the design of the Summit replacement heads, and there was been a lot of debate on who was casting these heads for Summit. Nobody's casting the heads for Summit. Summit bought these heads directly from Dart. They're the numbers on the side of the head. Let's see if we can find it here. I don't think that's it. It's over here. Yeah, that number right there, which is 1002 1010. That number indicates Dart's bare casting, aimed at super stock racers who want to upgrade to a better casting instead of rebuilding old 882s or 462 Campbell hump heads that were brittle and multi valve jobs, sinking valves. So those heads were aimed at those in that market. As you can see, I did some work to the heads. From previously, I showed you the ridge that was in the heads. I bowl blended them a little bit. Did a little bowl blending, nothing serious. And once I figured out that I was going to get the 215 heads from my buddy, I decided not to do anything more than bowl blend these and maybe a gasket match for a 1205 Felpro gasket. And they're decent heads. Like I said, very decent heads. Integral valve guides. Very thick decks. A lot of meat. They're not as heavy as as some of the race orientated heads. Might be thin in some areas, like around the push rod holes, but they're good. They're good for the price that Summit's selling them. All right. So here's the 215 cc Iron Eagles, and as you can see from this intake port, it was some porting done to the heads, bowl blend. Back around, looks really fairly good. I had to finish them up myself. The exhaust on these heads were completely done. I might redo the valve job just to be on the safe side. This is the only port that wasn't finished. Chamber rather, the bowl blend. The 64cc swirl type chamber. I think I'm going to open it up a bit to match the Summit heads that I bought to about 72 cc's. We'll leave a little area in the exhaust area there. around the shroud the valve. Here's the big old ports. Not much wider than the 165 head, but much taller. Much taller. Here's the exhaust side of the head. The exhaust side has been really opened up to like a very big open gasket. You know, they've been biased and shaped and smoothed. These guys race shop. They knew what they were doing pretty much, and I've inherited them now. You can see the tall rocker cover, which is inherited in all the later GM heads before the new LS engines came out to stop valve cover leaks. Something that I hate. One thing I liked when I got the Vortec heads, that that raised rocker cover, and not worried about seal problems and having oil all over the back of the firewall and all over the top of your transmission. Like I said, so since I got these heads, there's no need to go overboard with those heads. They can, you know, go on the 400 stage 1 small cam. I finally got the flow numbers for the heads. Dart emailed me back about the flow numbers for the Iron Eagle SS head, which is what Summit's selling. The flow numbers that they have listed on their site are for the 194, 150 valve, 1.50 valve. But these heads come with 202, 1.6 valves, and the flow is a little bit better. They claim 221 at 400 lift, and about 230 something on the at 500 lift. The exhaust is pretty much the same, because there's no changes, even, I don't know, except for the valve itself, but that the ridge that's inside the port has a definite impediment on flow. And anybody that plans on getting them, I'd say pick up your little porting kit. They're not expensive. You can work them with a hand drill. You can work them with a hand drill. I have a Craftsman industrial that I use, but it's too fast for the long carbide. Works good with the mandrels and the stones, and I use a speed reducer made from a ceiling fan switch, so you'll be able to turn down the speed, you know, to make it more comfortable, you know. So I suggest you take time and put some work into your own stuff, you know, save yourself some money, you know. That's how we do it, especially if you're limited funds to begin with, you know. Get your hands greasy. This is a sport you need to get your hands greasy on. You can't be, taking your stuff to other people to let them work on it all the time, you know. It takes the fun out of it. You know, nothing feels better than putting something together yourself and saying, yo, I did that, you know. I'm out. Later. Peace.